Hello, and welcome to HODL Harmony, where the beat of the blockchain meets the rhythm of riches. Are you ready to ride this crypto wave with all of us? Not just me. I'm not here by myself. Although I am Tom Durante, the maestro, a crypto enthusiast who got into this wild world back in 2020 with just a GPU mining rig and a passion for passive income. I'm bullish on Bitcoin and Cardano, but I also like taking profits with any coin that'll do the trick. Unfortunately, they're all sleeping right now. With my music background and my background music, I bring a unique vibe to breaking down the crypto economy. Think of it as a soundtrack to your hodling journey. Here on HODL Harmony, expect pretty much daily videos with market updates, technical analysis, wallet guides, and stories from my ongoing mining journey, and practical crypto tips. Whether you're new or a seasoned HODLer, I'm here to learn and grow with you. Sorry. I may be a few years ahead of you on your journey, but I am no expert, just passionate, and I'm very passionate at that. So as always, do your own research if you want to help out our channel, because it's just me up here, but y'all are making this possible in our journey of growth. Look at that, 4,780 subscribers. Maybe 5,000 by the end of the week. Who knows? I'll pump out some shorts. If you want to help out the channel in the vision of growth, to achieve growth, there's a couple of things that you should do. Number one, hit that like button. Number two, smash the subscribe. Number three, poke the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I put out new content. And number four, share this video with all your friends, all your family, even and especially people that you don't know. All right. Happy Wednesday, HODL Harmonians. Hopefully you're having a great Wednesday. Here is a fresh roundup of 10 top crypto news stories for your HODL Harmony live stream on Wednesday, June 11th, 2025, tailored to today's developments based on the latest available information. And the top 5 crypto gainers and losers for today based on market data from web sources. Ooh, did it give me a trivia question? I didn't even ask for that. We got another trivia question today. Hope you're ready for that. All right. So I thought maybe if one of these was interesting enough, we could pull it up and look at it. That would be something else, wouldn't it? Let's see if that's working. Oh, it is. Look at that. Everything's working. Oh, I've got the overhead camera instead of... Well, that'll just be all right, won't it? He wants to go and Google the answer. I haven't even looked at it yet, Butters. I haven't even looked at it yet. Insider information will cost you a little bit more than that. All right, let's get into the news here. Number one, crypto market rises. Hopefully, it's just been really sideways and boring lately, unfortunately. The crypto market crap... Crypto market crap. That's a good one. The crypto market crap grew by 1% today. Hey, Fussy. Good day, mate. You're here. Did you hear me call it the crypto market crap? Because that's funny. Not market cap, market crap. Grew by 1% to $3.58 trillion. And Bitcoin is 2.1, so that's incredible. All the other ones combined are like $1.4 trillion. Crazy. With $138 billion in trading volume, driven by nearly all top 100 coins, gaining, fueled by U.S.-China trade talk optimism. That's great. I heard very little about that, but a little bit indeed. Bitcoin steady at 109,000. Bitcoin rose 0.3%. Oh man, imagine this is what future broadcasters will be like. Well, Bitcoin is up 0.02% and the largest gain that we've seen this year. Can you imagine? I'm gonna move the Maestro cam down to where it needs to be for this broadcast. Come for a little journey with me. Had to go and mess with it, didn't I? There you go. I don't even know where my stand went for the Maestro stand. Alright, well, that's that. There he is. Maestro's Tesla bot. Alright. Yeah, so can you imagine in the future we're going to be getting... It says 0.3%. Ooh, la-di-da. But that's going to be like an incredible volatile move in the future. Anyway. Unchanged, but stable, with retail FOMO spiking. Per sentiment. I think that's like a news out... Something? Sentiment and Cointelegraph, as investors eye a potential $112,000 breakout. Please and thank you. From what I'm hearing, it's going to be soon. So we'll see about that. All of my trinkets are everywhere. All right, number 3. Société Générale launches stablecoin. France's Société Générale debuted USD Coin Vertible, a dollar-pegged stablecoin on Ethereum and Solana. The first major bank to enter this market, with trading set for July. Why, hello there, Chris. You made it. And I imagine Rose is right behind you. Look out, she's right behind you. Number 4. Ukraine proposes crypto reserves. Ukraine, a country that I could care very little about, drafted a bill to treat crypto like gold reserves, aiming to bolster its economy, signaling growing state-level adoption. Isn't that interesting? I really don't care much about Ukraine. Sorry to say. It's an incredibly corrupt nation. And our country's on fire right now in many different ways. So let's handle our country first before we go caring about all the other little countries in the world. And there are many of them. Sorry, Ukraine. Number 5. Japan's Remix Point buys 50 Bitcoin. Wow! Remix Point, a Japanese firm, purchased 50 Bitcoin to boost its holdings. Wow, I wish I could buy 50 Bitcoin. Reflecting corporate crypto accumulation. Yeah, it's pretty sad. Since I've been broadcasting on YouTube, I haven't really been keeping up with my news podcasts that I used to watch, Timcast, IRL. But when I go short here, and I have some time to catch up with what's going on. But yeah, I mean, we got so many things to take care of in this country, and we're handling it, sort of, kind of. You know, if people would quit fighting Trump, it would get handled a lot quicker. Speaking of Trump, Trump's USD1 stablecoin launches. Really, it did. Trump-backed World Liberty Financial launched its USD1 stablecoin on Tron, stirring controversy amid ongoing probes. Try not to show your bias. Number 7, XRP's bull flag sparks hype. XRP formed a rare bull flag pattern with community buzz on X anticipating price surge, potentially tied to ETF speculation. All right, maybe we'll have to pull that up. Number 8, crypto funds hit record highs. Crypto fund assets reach an all-time high in May as investors hedged volatility and diversified from U.S. holdings. I think it's all about to happen. It's all about to happen. Things that we've been waiting for are hopefully about to take shape. I think a lot of things are pointing in that direction. So hopefully we'll see. Number 9, $5.5 million crypto phishing scam. Oh no. A phishing scam drained $5.5 million in crypto targeting DeFi wallets via sophisticated zero-value transfer attacks. Interesting. Raising security alarms. Zero-value transfer. Huh. Maybe we'll have to look into that. That sounds interesting and scary. Number 10, Circle's IPO shares surge. Circle's USDC stablecoin issuer saw its IPO shares soar 48% on June 6, reflecting strong investor confidence in stablecoins. Very interesting. All right, top 5 crypto gainers for today, June 11th. Dogecoin up 5.4%, top gainer among major coins. Driven by retail FOMO. Get your doggy coin. Number 2, Ethereum up 4.6%, surged to $2,798 on ETF inflows and DeFi growth. Ooh, number 3, Cardano up 3.8%, gained on network upgrade hype. Yeah, we're getting close to Laos. Number 4, Solana up 3.2%, rose on DeFi and NFT marketplace volume. And XRP up 2.5%, up on bull flag pattern and ETF speculation. All right, our top 5 losers for today. Number 1, Stacks. Down 4.5%, fell on Bitcoin Layer 2 slowdown. Optimism down 3.9%, dropped amid Layer 2 scaling concerns. Trump Coin down 3.2%, hit by probes into Trump's crypto ventures. Sui down 2.8%, declined despite hack recovery efforts. And Caspa down 2.3%, slipped on low project traction. Oh, the trivia question is weak. It's just weak. I think we all know who this is. What is the name of the pseudonymous creator of Bitcoin whose identity remains unknown? Weak. There he is, Mr. Butters, with the answer, Satoshi. And you know what? Isn't that the answer that you gave to get your first point? So I'm going to go ahead and consider a tie between you and Fussy. Fastest fingers in the West. So that's 1 point for this question, 1 point for your previous question. And I'm just going to give Fussy 2 points for the last question because it was a two-parter. It's a two-parter. You can't type. Well, I can't speak, so that helps. That's such a weak trivia question, but it's okay. I didn't even ask for one. Maybe we'll try another one here. Can I please have... Gotta break this tie. We're just gonna see what happens. Can I please have a more difficult single trivia question? Because if I don't specify that I just want one question, it's gonna like spit out a whole nother report. Oh, it did, you idiot. It spit out a whole nother thing. I don't want all the new things. It's giving me all the news and everything all over again. Oh, AI. Alright, while Grok figures out what the heck it's doing, I'm gonna come on over here because we got a market update to get to. Okay. It's a little bit better. Still fairly simple. We'll do a market update, and then we'll do our bonus tiebreaker trivia question. All right, get your fingers ready for that. So we're looking at $108,684.19 for Bitcoin, and it's just been so sideways. Look, it's just ranging. It's ranging so hard. It's just ranging. Ugh. So boring. It's like Pong. Bing bong, bing bong, bing, back and forth. But that's okay. It gives us time to kind of calm down and collect our thoughts and see if we can sell our kidneys. It gives you plenty of time to sell your kidney and buy Bitcoin. Thank you, crypto market, for being so patiently waiting for me to sell my kidneys. I think you need one of them. You can't sell both, but you gotta have at least one kidney, and then you can buy more Bitcoin. How much is a kidney going for? Already sold half of my pancreas. You don't need that. Weird Al has a song about pancreas. Speaking of Weird Al, I'm going to see Weird Al in September. I already bought my ticket. It's going to be a fun show. I love Weird Al so much. And it's just funny how the word pancreas reminds me of Weird Al. All right. ADA had a nice little run up, starting to come down. I'm hoping to find a bottom here. I'm hoping that this is a bottom. I mean, I am hoping, as a single man, I am also hoping to find a little bottom, but as far as Cardano is concerned, we are looking at 69 cents. A fun number. So hopefully that is a nice bottom right there, because our HODL Harmony, I can't help myself, I'm sorry. It's lonely up here in space. We love our 69 with a nice little bottom. Anyway, it's getting deep up in here. But the HODL Harmonians have been trading. Okay, we've got some discussion going on in the Discord, and there is trading afoot. I'm gonna go ahead and call. We've got a traditional trader, options trader, in our chat who I would consider an expert, and also we have Mr. Butters, who is our resident TA trader. I would say he's definitely more knowledgeable than I am. I just kind of look at the charts. I'm like, ooh, look, it's pretty. I think my expertise lies in other places, such as motivating people and teaching, and more on the hardware side of like just getting into the mining and running a node and things like that. So I think we can all work with our strengths and build each other up, because since all the talking going on in the Discord about trading, I put in a couple of trades. And speaking of Ethereum going up, I, for no other reason than I had money in that account. Okay, so he's relatively new to the trading scene, but that's okay. You've taken 6 months to really learn how to do it on paper, right? Is that a fair assessment? But yeah, yesterday I have a Bitcoin trade that I grabbed a really nice bottom. Again, I cannot get away from the butt jokes. I'm so sorry. But I grabbed a nice bottom at $28,000 for Bitcoin, and I've been riding that all the way up. So that is a nice little trade. And I finally, after however long this trade has been open, a long time, I finally figured out how to add to it. I was clicking around on stuff because I used to be afraid to touch it. I was like, oh my God, I don't want to accidentally quit the trade. But I actually was able to click on something that made sense, and it allowed me to add some more Bitcoin into the trade. So it's no longer a $10 trade. It's got to be, maybe it's a $20 trade now. But anyway, I'm up $230 on that trade, 580%. But last night, I put in, let's see if I can even see my history. I don't even know if I can. I use Femex. Trying to figure out, they didn't let me do an affiliate link or something like that. But that's the one that I've used for a while. Let's see. But I also have trading bots. I was doing some research because I want to get into bot trading, because it just seems like if it's just like the magic money printer, then why not figure out how to do it? And Femex has bots built into it. So I'm trying to play around with that. Nothing's really, I'm losing money right now, but hopefully my drops are going to work themselves back up. Actually, I've made 14 cents. Okay. I don't know how, but I've made 14 cents somehow. Anyway, so trading is making a comeback here on HODL Harmony, or making a stand or something. It's making something. But anyway, I had a successful ADA and Ethereum trade yesterday. Last night, very late last night. Or very early this morning, however you want to look at it. I was like, you know what? I got money in there. Let me throw it in. Market was doing something, and I set my take profit, I set my stop loss, and I made a little bit of money. I made 4 ADA on a trade. That was pretty fun. Hopefully I won't lose it. All right, hash rate. Look at that. Bumping right up. Climbing very steeply. And you know, I think that might just be me. I brought 2 miners back online, so I think I'm having a profound effect on the Bitcoin network. Just kidding. Totally kidding. Oh, look at that. That's a significant rise. A win is a win, no matter how big or small. That is 100% true. And you lose 100% of the shots that you don't take. So, yeah, we broke above... We broke above some level. I'm not sure, because I'm pretty sure this is 900 exahash. So I don't know what comes above an exahash. Either way, we've got some significant hash rate supporting the Bitcoin network. All right, let's look at a weekly outlook. Okay, we're still looking good. Let me refresh this, make sure it's all accurate. This is our background harmonium song. Such a catchy tune. Okay, I thought something was a little weird. Or maybe not. I don't know what's going on. It looks about right. So there's a lot going on here. You kind of have to look past these, or maybe I'm just on the wrong chart. I think I might just be on the wrong chart. Yep, what do you know? Let's go to this chart. Much cleaner. But if you were to look back here real quick, ignoring all of these gray things that are like my little measuring how much we've moved, the thing I'm looking at here is this blue line. So the blue line is like our overall resistance. So we're kind of hitting overall resistance, like overall 15 years overall of Bitcoin resistance. So, you know, that line may not be 100% accurate, but it kind of shows you where we're at. We're coming up against some serious resistance. And so that's why it's taken us so long to really break this line. Okay, so we had some inflation numbers come out, and I guess they're good or whatever. You know, I'm just waiting for this market to blast off, and we're getting there. You know, when you zoom out and you look at the week, you're like, okay, yeah, we spent, you know, the last 2 months kind of going up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah. Including this, because that also has some upward movement in it. You know, that's why these big wicks, they go down there, but they come back up, right? So that's, I'm counting that as part of 8 that went basically up, and then we had 1 that broke the trend, and then now we can continue. So I think it's up from here on out. Hopefully. Fear and greed, we'll get there. 61, so down a little bit. Okay, we'll get there. Let's look at our stable coins, because I was able to do something. Let's see, on the day, let's just refresh. Bitcoin. You can't fool me. That's Bitcoin. Where are my stable coins? I don't understand why this, every time, it just completely... I must have to sign up for something here. There you go. So Bitcoin's kind of going sideways. Money is pouring into stablecoins. All right, so I made a free account on Glassnode. I'm sorry that it's bright. I don't know how to fix that. I don't like... there we go. I don't like... I like dark mode. Dark mode equals good. All right, so I just got a couple of charts here because literally as I was wrapping up my last one and getting set up for this live stream, I was just like, let me log into this. Let me make a quick account here. And I kind of gained access to some things. So that's good. Let's see about that. All right, so you see a lot going on here. This is active addresses on Bitcoin. Okay, the number of active addresses. And let's reset our zoom here so we can see, you know, they're kind of in a downtrend. Active addresses. So this is the peak 2021, the double peak. They were kind of at a high there. And this may be, I saw somebody talking about this, and it may be like a couple of different things. It may be the fact that more institutions are buying and less individuals. So there's just more consolidated wallets. You know, like a whole corporation may just have one wallet or a couple wallets instead of like 10 people with 10 wallets. You know, I mean, the other day I was making wallets for my server, and I made 3 wallets that didn't work. So there's 3 wallets, but they're not active wallets. So, and neither is the 4th one actually. Yeah, so I don't have anything in those wallets, but so they're not active wallets. But yeah, so we're going to continue watching this trend. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. But now I get access to updated information on this. So this is good. This is very good. All right, so we'll track this as our price continues to rise. And hopefully we'll see the addresses also continuing to rise. And these are the averages of the day, the month, and the year. Okay, so the green is a year, and the pink is a month. Okay, and then I have one more thing pulled up here. Oh God, it's so bright. That's better. And our mining difficulty. Okay, I noticed the other day when I pulled this up, I couldn't see the latest information, so I had to make a free account, which is okay. I can make a free account. And look, we are very, very high. Let's see, are we at all-time highs for this? Yes. Yes, we are. Look at that. That is an incredible chart. So difficulty, not so much. And then it started to rise. It really only started to rise after 2017. Okay. And so here, when I got into Ethereum mining, maybe I should have got into Bitcoin mining instead. Just saying. Because look how relatively easy that was compared to now. Boom. Look at that. That is, okay, correlating with the peak. And look, this one correlated with not the peak. Kind of. Where is it? There's the peak. I'm sure if I zoomed in on that, we would see something. But it definitely fluctuated after the peak. The difficulty, maybe people turning off equipment with the all-time high and things like that. But we've had some pullbacks and things like that. But other than that, it's like a straight line up. A couple of little fallbacks. That was the halving right there. But other than that, it's been straight up. So mining difficulty is at an all-time high. And it continues to rise, which means when I'm mining Bitcoin, the higher the difficulty goes, the less Bitcoin I'm able to mine for the same amount of effort, which is why you're constantly chasing. I just watched Voskcoin, Drew Vosk, talk about this in his latest video. He said that's why you're constantly having to buy more equipment, more efficient equipment, the latest equipment, because the miners that you're using are using more power, creating less Bitcoin than the new one. So you have to continually re-up your equipment. and he's got like 40 something miners, and he's running like a 7 petahash, which is insane. I wish I could do that. And you know what? All he's got to do, I commented on this a while ago, and then he started doing nodes. So I don't know if it was my comment that had something to do with it, but all he's got to do is point that stuff to a solo node, literally for maybe a week or two, and he would have a block. Easy. Recoup all kinds of costs. So I don't know. I think it would be worth it if he could stomach the power bill. Vosk, I love Drew Vosk. He is the reason that I got into Ethereum mining first, and he started to get into ASICs. I should have went with him, because that difficulty level, oh my god. But yeah, Drew Vosk is amazing. He's an inspiration, and he's so humble, so chill. And who doesn't love the Chief Cutie Officer, Tails? All right, as Fussy indicated, we are looking at a 61 on our Fear and Greed. Let's continue on here. I got some X stories to point out to you. All right, look at that. We're coming up from 33 to 35. Yep, look at that. All right, we're on our way up. Hopefully the price starts to do that as well. All right, let's refresh this. Oh wait, did I refresh that? Just making sure. I think I did. Yeah, I think I did. Yep. All right, refresh. Okay, so we have overtaken. Wow. We overtook Google, but they're catching back up. We need to overtake Amazon, but they've gained significant traction on us. So hopefully we start blasting off here soon. All right, let's go. Let me pull up my bookmarks. Something is coming. Big time. Whales are buying Bitcoin like never seen before. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. So new whales just since last year, basically. Some whales started buying at the beginning of last year. So those guys are looking real good. But then as price was starting to go up, we had all this FOMO, fear of missing out, with all of these whales, and it's just incredible how much Bitcoin. It's like every day you see a new story about, oh, this person bought 1,000 Bitcoin. Oh, this person bought 50 Bitcoin. Okay, I started to watch this. We're gonna just take a little peek at some of this. I didn't realize it just kept going on. It's like 5 minutes long, but it's hilarious. If you've ever seen this guy, what is his name? I have no idea, but he makes funny YouTube videos. So let's just take a little detour and watch some of this.
Hey man, have you bought any Bitcoin yet? No, I'm not stupid. Bitcoin's like a giant pyramid scheme. It's like Amway for money. Doesn't make any sense based on my inability to comprehend new thoughts and ideas. Have you bought any yet? No way. Bitcoin's way too volatile. Yeah, case in point. Did you know if you would have put $10,000 into Bitcoin back in 2010, that same $10,000 would now be worth $96,939,950. But that same $10,000 held in US currency since 2010 would now be worth $8,840 after adjusting for inflation. Right, that proves Bitcoin's volatile. And volatile is a word that scares me because I don't have any testosterone in my body. I wouldn't buy Bitcoin even if I wanted to because I don't know how. What do you have to do, like go on the internet to buy it or something? It's so stupid. I'm not gonna do that. Nothing is worth doing if you have to learn how to do it. The price of Bitcoin might be going up exponentially, but that makes me insanely cautious about it for some reason. Well, yeah, that's not how money is supposed to work, right? Normal money is a store of value that continuously loses value. That's how it's supposed to be. I love fiat currency.
Oh my God, this is the funniest thing. I will share this into the chat so you guys can watch the rest of that. Because I love it. This hilarious. That's not how money is supposed to work. It's supposed to be like an ice cube that just melts in your hand. That's the next one, I think.
Storing your value in US currency is like holding ice that melts away in your hand. And I say, good. I want the ice to melt because ice is too cold and not volatile at all. It just predictably melts away. You said it. And with Bitcoin, there's only a finite amount of it that will ever be in existence. And that kind of security is only going to hurt the long-term value of it. Precisely.
Precisely. Well, you guys can finish that off on your own time. Let us continue with the tunes and continue with the sentiment. This guy he's winning me over pretty big. Rajat Soni. If you have Bitcoin in your portfolio, you will outperform 99% of people from your generation. Did we just get a Discord thing? I just heard Discord go off. I don't see it, but I just heard something. Maybe it was one of my other channels. If you have a Bitcoin, yes, you will outperform 99% of people from your generation. Fussy, is this you? Living your best life? Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. Life without leverage trading. Just chilling in a field, looking at trees. Living the good life. Building a fence. Feeding the goats. Tying a rope around the gate. I watched a little video on YouTube. You know, sometimes it's really true what they say about the thumbnail. You know, so there's this pretty girl, and so I clicked and I watched this video of her camping, and it was an Australian chick out in the bush in Australia. It was pretty neat. Some cute girl. Well, there's for trying. All right, so we talked about this yesterday. There was like I don't know if this was yesterday or the day before, but there was a metric about the decentralization of different cryptocurrencies, and Cardano was far and above every other cryptocurrency, including Bitcoin, which is kind of sad actually. But Cardano is actually decentralized, and if you didn't know, it's run by the people. We, the Cardano people, run the Cardano blockchain now. Ever since the most recent upgrade, I think it was last year, where governance has been taken over by the people. And Crypto Crow is one of the biggest D-reps. He's got his D-rep ID right here. He's got so many ADA delegated to him so that he can use that as voting power. It's not like he's got that ADA, but he's responsible for voting with it, right? So like me as a Cardano holder, I stake to his node, so I also make a return on that, but also I grant him my voting power. I don't think I give up my voting power, but I grant him my voting power so that he can do with it what he thinks is right. And he's a very honorable person, so I believe it's in good hands. So he is one of our leaders in the Cardano community. This may or may not be accurate on... I love the Matrix memes, they're funny. How it feels to send your first Bitcoin transaction. Basically, you gotta like check all the lines of code. I don't know about you guys, maybe you're not sending a lot of Bitcoin transactions, but like you really gotta look at that address and make sure it matches. You don't want to send... I've lost some Polygon because I was sending it off of Coinbase onto a Polygon wallet, and it was not on the correct network. It was on Ethereum instead of on Polygon, and it's gone. It was like 50 Polygon. You gotta check. It's good that you're using the network so that you know what I'm talking about. All right. Are we back? I love that nodding cat meme. That's hilarious. If I mute that, then they're jamming out to my song. It's so freaking funny. So freaking funny. Why are cats so funny? Okay. This is funny. Come and get me, bro. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Is he? That one? The white one? I don't know. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent warns that failure to raise the debt ceiling could trigger the biggest crisis since 2008. Translation, default isn't an option. Money printing is. Game theory favors the asset with a fixed supply. That's Bitcoin. So, I don't know. I don't like the idea of raising the debt ceiling. I'm in favor of max pain. I would be in favor of the biggest crisis since 2008. I think. You know, of course it would be very, very painful for a lot of people, but it would force people to evolve and change. So as cruel as that might sound, it's like, you know, the dad type of parenting instead of the mom type of parenting, right? Your mom says, don't touch the stove. Your dad goes, go ahead, try it out. You'll never do it again, right? So that to me is like, okay, are we going to have a soft landing, or are we going to smack our freaking faces against a wall until we figure out that our money is broken? And you can't just keep printing pieces of paper. And, you know, what's hurting people more? You know, devaluing every single hour that they work. Okay, you get paid $15 an hour. Woohoo! They just printed another trillion. So now you're making like $10 an hour. How does that feel? Right? So what's hurting people more? Devaluing their currency, or, you know, making them go through a little bit of pain for a couple of years in order to have an incredible outcome? You know, change the system, basically. I don't know. I do not keep clicking on that. I don't know why that happens. All right, Michael Saylor says, the first nation to print their own currency to buy Bitcoin wins. Not exactly sure what he's talking about.
What MicroStrategy did. We basically issue our own currency, our stock, and we buy Bitcoin. What happened? We went from $1 billion to $100 billion market cap is what print money. The first nation to print their own currency. And the first nation to print money, the first nation to print their own currency to buy Bitcoin wins. Right? Like, Tom, look what MicroStrategy did. We basically issue our own currency, our stock, and we buy Bitcoin. What happened? We went from $1 billion to $100 billion market cap is what happened. Is it inflation? It's only inflation if you print the currency to invest it, to make
See you later, Butters.
Investment.
Have a good night.
Right?
We'll see you tomorrow. I'm about to close it off anyway, so you're not going to miss much more.
Appreciating faster than your inflation rate, it's actually accretion. And the
Interesting. All right, Butters, have a great night. I will see you tomorrow. Let us know if you're doing any trading. Fussy wants to watch. I don't know if he wants to play along, but he wants to watch. Okay, Paul Tudor Jones. I think we've all heard the name. I didn't realize who he was exactly. He's worth 8.1, is that billion? That looks like billion. $8.1 billion. You know, I don't think there would be billionaires if it wasn't for all this crazy inflation. I don't know about you. What do you think? So Paul Tudor Jones is worth $8.1 billion and pioneered the entire modern hedge fund industry. Gee, thanks. That's turned out really well. Today on Bloomberg, Paul says Bitcoin is probably part of your best portfolio to fight inflation. So all of these institutions know what's coming. And every time I see this, I'm going to bookmark it and talk about it every time, because this is the true way to really be self-sovereign with Bitcoin. Whether you feel like this right here is what it feels like, it gets easier. It really does. You don't have to know a lot about technology. You don't even need to really mine it. I mean, that's not even the hardest part. That's pretty simple. Start with right here. Start with your keys. Make sure you hold your keys to your crypto. You wouldn't trust, some corporation with the keys to your house, right? Why do you trust them with the keys to your Bitcoin? It's going to be way more valuable than your house one day. If you are sending transactions on the Bitcoin blockchain, you are trusting other people's nodes to do it properly. Why would you do that? It's so simple to run your own node. And then you are so self-sovereign for your own transactions. You broadcast your own transactions onto the blockchain to be picked up by the network and broadcasted. And if you are mining them as well, then you are completely in control. You are a self-sovereign individual in the Bitcoin economy. So we'll do some more in-depth topics or videos on these topics, but that is the trifecta right there. And every time I see that come up, I'm going to bookmark it so that we can talk about it. This just in, Bitcoin has stayed above $100,000 for 30 consecutive days for the first time ever. That's very exciting. Congratulations, Bitcoin. All right, I got a new Crypto Crow to watch tonight. I just almost finished the one that he put out a couple days ago. He says the Cardano bull market starts in 4 days. That was today. So today, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, he says. Saturday. So I can't wait to watch that. That is just long enough for me to sit in the sauna and listen. So I'll be doing that later. This is what we feel like should be happening, but this is what's really happening. Yes, expectations versus reality. All right. Historically, every alt season has triggered billions in fresh capital. During these windows, market surges and low caps move fast. You don't need luck, you need the right data. Here's our list of hidden gems. Oh, it's crypto projects. I didn't really. All right, so check this out. I think we're going to end on this right here. Elon Musk apologized. That's crazy. I regret some of my posts about President Donald Trump last week. They went too far. I thought so too. And it's really big of a man. Doesn't matter. Mistakes are always forgivable if you're man enough to admit them. Oh my God, that's hilarious. That's so freaking hilarious. What? Close your eyes, bro. Okay, bro. What do you see, bro? Nothing, bro. That's my world without you, bro. Bro. But no, it's true. Anything is forgivable if you are able to admit your mistakes. And yeah, I felt it. It just felt like a show. You're so right, Fussy. It felt like an effing show. I wish they were getting stuff done. I wish people would let them. But yeah, this is a big deal. People, number one, people think it's okay to disrespect Trump. What kind of a question is this? They feel like it's okay to disrespect President Trump, so they feel justified in doing it. But, you know, when you make a mistake and you realize it, apologize about it to yourself, to whoever you've wronged or whatever, and you'll be much better off. People will respect you. You lose a lot of respect when you're just stubborn and whatnot. So that's that. Would you, I don't even know what kind of a freaking question is this. Would you quit your job for 10 Bitcoin? Are you freaking stupid? Of course I would. Is that $1 million? Pretty sure that's $1 million. I'll take $1 million right now. Yeah, $1 million. Almost $1.1 million. Would you quit your job for $1.1 million in future money? Yes, of course I would. Okay, we'll end it on this one. This is a good one. I don't know what the original video here is, but this is hilarious. It's just hilarious. I love these little silly memes. I love these little silly memes. All right, that's gonna about do it for me tonight. We're going to let them dance around for another minute. This has been a Wednesday edition of HODL Harmony, where the beat of the blockchain meets the rhythm of riches, and there the beat is right there, and there's the rhythm right there. Make sure to come back for more if you want to help out humanity, and of course you do. Why wouldn't you? You're human, aren't you? Aren't you? I mean, I can't prove anything, but you're an earthling, hopefully. If you want to help out humanity, a couple of things that you should do. Number 1, be kind and respectful to yourself, the person in the mirror. That is truly the only person who matters. Number 2, be respectful to other people, even if they don't deserve it. It really messes with their heads. Number 3, be honorable to all earthlings, big and small. It costs you nothing. Number 4, stay hydrated. Your body is mostly water. Get your daily dose. Number 5. Yes, it is GTA. It's crazy. I am so far away from all of that stuff happening. But yeah, my heart goes out to people who are just trying to live their lives. It's crazy out there. It's crazy out there. Not to mention, I mean, there's probably still fires. I mean, they're probably, I don't know if they were all out, but now there's fires again for a different reason. And you know, there were definitely people setting those fires too, but I probably shouldn't say too much about that. But anyway, let me finish signing off here. So that was 4, stay hydrated. Number 5, no, that's it. 4. Yeah, the next thing is for our community here, the HODL Harmonians. It's us. Let's see where we're at on our journey of growth. 4,783 subscribers. Let's just do a quick little market check, even though, because we're about to get a new candle. We're about to get a new candle. Where's my mouse? Oh, I turned it off. Let's just see where we're at, even though you can see it on the side there. Hey, we got a nice up candle. Is that right? That looks right. Sweet. I need my trades to go well so that I stay motivated. So if you want to continue helping this channel in its mission of growth, a couple of things that you should do. Number 1, hit that like button. Number 2, smash the subscribe. Number 3, poke the notification bell. Oh, that was weak. So that you get notified whenever I put out new content. Number 4, share this video with all your friends, all your family, especially people who you don't know. Thank you, Chris, for being a part of the journey. Number 5, join the conversation on Discord. There's a lot of cool stuff going on in there, and you should be a part of it. And number 6, the most important thing that you should do for the universe, for the solar system, for this planet, for any other planet that we may inhabit in the future, for your community at large, for the country, for the world, for, most importantly, for yourself. What you should do for those around you and their well-being is have a great night, and I will